Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to get my topic to stay. Okay, yeah, I think it did it. Okay, hi. How are you? Um, I'm coming live real quick because I said I was gonna go live earlier today, and I want to make sure that I'm a woman of my word. Um, I am kind of winding down for the day. I'm actually in my bed. This is where I do a lot of my creative work. I have all my papers and everything out. This is how I work. This is how I work. So nothing fancy tonight, but I did want to come on and talk about clarity because it's so important to everything, not just planning events, but to everything. So first, my name is LaShayla Simpson. I am an event strategist and I am the owner of L's Dream Events. Um, Tonight, the topic is about clarity because I've been working on an ebook that I wanted to share with people who are currently planning weddings or events that are going to give them three insider topics to help them, or three insider secrets, rather, excuse me, about events and event planning because people just seem to get so overwhelmed by it. Um, and so, one of the topics that I talk about in the ebook is about clarity. And so, let's see, I have my notes here. So, clarity is basically just taking the time, taking the steps to really understand number one, what you want, and number two, what you're willing to do to get what you want. So, there's no mystery or rhyme or reason to clarity. It's just whether or not you want to do the work or not. So, in order to Okay, well, before I jump in, okay, think about this. Have you ever, if you wear contact lenses or glasses, or you've gone to the eye doctor and you have to have a prescription, right? So, no matter how well you can see before you go to the eye doctor, it seems like you always see so much better and so much clearer once you leave, whether it's because they've like adjusted your or prescription or, made some tweaks or whatever. It always just seems like when you leave the eye doctor, you can just see so much clearer. And then you wonder, like, how was I even seeing before I came here today? Like, how was I even seeing? And Sunday night, I was actually driving back to Raleigh from Fayetteville. My family lives in Fayetteville, so I was there for the weekend, and I was driving back. And all week, I kept saying, I know I need to clean my car, but it's not that bad. Like I can still see out the windshield, everything's fine. Like it's perfect. But on Sunday, my dad actually washed my car for me. I'm spoiled. I'm a dad's girl, but he actually washed my car and my other siblings' car as well. And so when I was driving back to Raleigh on Sunday night, I was looking out the windshield and everything was so clear and bright and like, wow, I can actually see, like, I can see everything on the road. And I'm saying all that to say, like, sometimes you don't even realize that you are working against yourself. Sometimes you don't even realize that the mess or the debris that you have in your life, whether it is literal or just figurative, is actually keeping you from seeing as clearly as you could and as clearly as you should. So that's just kind of like my practical example of how beneficial and how critical clarity is to our vision. And so, with the whole event planning thing, with the whole wedding thing, the planning process, it can be stressful, and it's likely going to be stressful at some points. I don't like when planners or other wedding vendors say, if you hire me, you'll have a stress-free planning process. I don't believe that. I just don't believe that someone can make that promise, because stress is subjective, and what's stressful to you may not be stressful to me, and vice versa. And I don't believe that any one person can guarantee a stressful, planning process or a stressful experience, because at some point, just because weddings are so emotional, families involved, high stakes, you're spending a lot of money, there's going to be stress involved at some point. It doesn't have to overtake you, but I feel like stress is natural, and it's to be expected. So I don't believe in a stress free planning process. What I do believe in, though, is bringing more ease to your planning process because you have clarity. So if you know what you want, and if you know what you're willing to do to get what you want, you may not know how to get to the end point, but as long as you have those two things, that's going to make your planning process much easier. So, the first thing that you need to think about when, or the first kind of piece of the puzzle to gaining clarity when you're planning an event, is literally just going back to the basics, going back to when you were in elementary school and you would have to read a book and do a book report, and you would have to answer the who, what, when, where, why questions. And sometimes how. The teachers are throwing a little bonus, how. Okay, so the who, what, when, where, why, those are the pieces of clarity that you need to have for yourself and that you need to have for everyone else that's involved in your event before you even start planning. The how is what your wedding vendors and your wedding planner, aka someone like me, would assist you with figuring out, and then putting together all of the pieces to make sure everything comes together in a seamless manner. So if you yourself don't know the who are you trying to invite, who are you doing this event for, the what type of event are you doing, the when, the where, the why are you even doing it, what's the goal behind it, no one is going to be able to give that to you. So if you do your clarity work in the beginning of the process versus trying to figure things out as you're already planning, you're going to be hemorrhaging so much money, losing time, sleep, and that's where the Bridezilla is born. Now, this is another just personal belief of mine. I don't believe in bridezillas. I don't believe there's a such thing as a bridezilla. To me, what a bridezilla is a bride that hasn't done her clarity work. Period. She didn't do her clarity work in the beginning. She's jumped in with 2 feet. She's trying to plan things out, but she doesn't know kind of where she is. She doesn't have clarity on what she needs to do next. And the people around her can't really help her, the family and friends. If you ever notice on the show Bridezilla, when it used to come on, the groom would always be the one to get the brunt of her anger. And it's because she feels like he should be helping her, but when the problem is that she doesn't even know what she wants to do. She doesn't even know what she needs help with for anyone around her to help her. So that's why she's so angry, is because she doesn't know what to do, and it's because she didn't do her clarity work. Another thing about clarity is you can ask for help with clarity, but no one is going to know your vision better than you. So if you're not able to easily identify or articulate your vision, then you can't expect someone else to do it for you, because at the end of the day, it's your wedding day and you're going to be the one to kind of guide, those core things. Hey, Wendy. You can hire wedding vendors that can help you pull your vision together. But again, if you can't articulate your own vision, then how are they going to help you pull anything together? They're going to be guessing. And that's when people start getting frustrated. That's when you start getting overwhelmed, anxious. That's when chaos comes in, is because you're scrambling. You're trying to figure out how to get things done and you don't know what to do. So again, clarity work is very, very important. Yeah. And so that's really all I wanted to just point out. So if you are in the middle, currently planning a wedding or currently planning an event, if you've already started and you haven't done your clarity work, that's okay. You can always stop and you can always kind of recalibrate yourself. You can always go back to the basics to make sure that you are grounded, that you know what you're doing, that you're able to accomplish what you want to accomplish. Because it's better to go through it right the first time instead of jumping around, wasting money, trying to figure out what to do, buying this, buying that, scouring the internet, buying everything that you see on blogs and different things. When if you do your clarity work in the beginning, you'll be able to just directly take the steps that you need to take to get to the end result that you want to get to. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Again, at the beginning of this broadcast, I mentioned that I have a new ebook available that I wrote, and it's just sharing 3 top tips that most wedding planners won't tell you. And one of the main things is the clarity piece. And so if you're interested in that information and or the other 2 secrets that I share in the book, you can just go to my website and you can sign up for the ebook. It's completely free. It's just a PDF that you'll be able to download. My website is www.elsdreamevents.com. So that's ELLES Dream Events with an S on the end.com. And once again, my name is LaShayla and I am an event strategist. I'm the owner of Els Dream Events, and I hope that this quick broadcast was beneficial. I do plan to also go live again tomorrow, so if you have any questions that you didn't get to ask today, just let me know. Send me a DM or send me an email, and I will make sure that I get to your question tomorrow. Thank you all. And like I showed again at the beginning of this, I'm broadcasting from my bed, so I'm getting ready to, wrap up my work. This is kind of how I work. It looks a mess, but I have a method to my madness. Here's just a quick little preview of the cover of the ebook that I do have available. And again, it's on my website and it's free. So feel free to go to elsdreamevents.com. All you have to do is put your name in, put your email address in, and the ebook contents will go directly to your email box. Thanks so much, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.